Good morning, everybody. It's about 6:30 a.m. here in Utah. I don't really know where we are. Feeling a little sleep deprived after a very long day of traveling, but I'm very excited because we are now gonna load this thing up and get rolling to Zion National Park. The last time I was there was about 5 or 6 years ago, and it's the coolest place, and I am gonna cover that place on my feet by far. Our RV's making noise. Let me show you some quick stuff. I'll show you a full breakdown when we set up camp in Zion later, but for now, this is where I slept. My dad didn't have a pillow for me, so I used that from the airplane and a sleeping bag. This is the cockpit. At night, we close it up so that the sun does not wake us. Quick little stove, fridge. It's not on though all the time because it uses a lot of power, so we have to keep it shut to keep everything inside as cold as possible. Freezer, pantry, which I'm actually scared to open because I don't know what my father's been living off of since I've last seen him. This is our camp spot. Our puppy. Wow, so pretty. We have electric hookups, so we're good to go. We're on the beginning of the loop to do Angel's Landing hike, which is this point up here. 5 miles round trip. There's a lot of dangerous parts, but I don't care. This is freaking living. I decided to start this at the hottest time of day, 1 p.m. It's 110 degrees, and I'm gonna go up this very fast. This is what I would have done if I didn't start a business. I had the idea in my head to be like an Instagram travel vlogger. Yeah, you can go look at my Instagram page. I never deleted the stuff. It's still there. See the people going up the switchbacks, and they lead all the way to the top, and then you walk across a cable chain rope to like not fall, and then you get to the point. That's called Angel's Landing. The incline must be like 90%, I swear. That's where we started from, all the way over there. That was flat, and now we're in it to win it. That's our destination. Let's go. So this is the part where I'm gonna probably not really film for the sake of mostly other people's safety, because the chain rope part, a lot of other people here, it's their first time and they're freaking out. They don't even think they can make it across. And a lot of them are gonna turn around because they're scared and stuff, so I'm gonna put the camera away, and I will see you at the top of Angel's Landing. So here's the chains that just came out from this way. And it's basically like, this is it. Well, just kidding. There's still more. You see the people? We go up that next. This is like part 1 of 2. This is like what living is about. Like, this is why I started my own company. I always said I wanted to be a lifestyle entrepreneur, meaning I could work most days, but take off when I wanted to and needed to, like for my own mental health and happiness. And for a while I forgot about that, like with all the hype of Shark Tank and stuff. It totally gave me this weird imposter syndrome, but I'm back to earth, literally and figuratively. back down, so it's all downhill from here. And then downhill some more. And then a little bit of uphill. And then all the way back down. Some dude right over there, I was letting him pass and he goes, "Oh, are you the angel of Angel's Landing?" Funny. I was like, "Sorry dude, you still have a ways to go." Did not die, survived Angel's Landing, which literally, right there, that's Angel's Landing. So we were just at the very top of that, and it took just about 2 hours and 15 minutes round trip, which is a pretty solid time. It's one of my all-time favorite hikes. I've been to like at least half of the national parks in the country since high school. When we got my family RV, I was like, I want to go to every single one. Half the reason I went to NYU is because I really wanted to study abroad, and they have a really good study abroad program. So when I was a sophomore, I immediately went to Italy, and while I was in Italy, I traveled to all of these insane places like Switzerland, Morocco, Budapest. I swear, like every weekend I would take a different bus to a different place. It was quite the semester abroad. So I lived in Italy for 6 months, loved it. Went to New York and like explored the city, loved it. Every summer I would come home and do a 6-week trip with my dad out west. I did that for 2 summers until come the end of my sophomore year and the beginning of my junior year when I started Wanna Date, and that kind of took over my life. And I stopped traveling and didn't take any vacations or any free time other than to just come home for the holidays but work the entire time I was home. But that's sacrifices you make like when you start a business. But I started it for the freedom, and for so long like I lost that in my life. I was not free at all. I was 100% working, and so since it was for myself, I felt free in a way, but at the same time I had no life. My mom even said that to me at one point, and she's right. So I'm getting my life back. Taking trips like this. There's literally no Wi-Fi here. I'm filming this and all, but like this is the stuff I love to do. If you're wondering, how is she here off the grid when she has a business to run and it's only really her working? Well, I just recently, and you can watch my last video where I talked about this, finally, after 3 years, found someone else who can do my order fulfillment. It's called a 3PL. So they pack and ship the orders after hooking up through my website. And therefore it frees up my time a lot because my job is a lot more computer-based, strictly, rather than having to be somewhere with my inventory every single day. I still ship things for wholesale and special projects on my own, but I can max out like a 7-window time frame of letting things pile up before things are behind. And therefore I came out here with my laptop, and it's the weekend, and it's Father's Day weekend, so it's a holiday weekend, so people really can't get mad at me if I don't answer their emails right away. I'll check in on my laptop at the gift shop where there's like more phone service, and then go about my day. So 3 days off, and I'll be very busy when I get back. It's so worth it. And that's the beautiful thing about like starting and running your own business, is you can set it up ultimately however you desire it to. I always thought I wanted to outsource as much as possible and have as much freedom in my business as possible. And I mean, I'd rather have a good income to just have a comfortable lifestyle and be happy and feel good and free than like be chained to a warehouse and a desk 9 to 5, 7 days a week and making a lot of money, because sometimes it's just more money, more problems, you know what I mean? And so much of my perspective I'm so grateful for because I get it from my dad. He's straight up the most down-to-earth dude, chill as can be, doesn't care about money, not money. I thought we were poor growing up. I didn't know what rich was. We were just happy and down-to-earth. We get fulfillment out of doing cool stuff. Dinner, I'm making vegetable soup, and I think my dad's grilling some chicken and fish. Well, but this is the soup I'm using. Canned, and you don't even need a can opener. Perfect for camping. blew my nose when I got up. All of this dirt orange snot came out. Alright, the plan for today is to hike what is known as the Narrows of Zion National Park. It's basically this 8-mile stretch of river that runs through the whole park, but here it goes through these very narrow, hence the name, narrow canyon walls, and you can just walk and wade through them for like 8 or 10 miles and get lost, and it's just beautiful and peaceful, and I'm very excited. And I don't have my GoPro, so I'm gonna bring my phone, try to not get it wet. Fingers crossed. I haven't used my GoPro in like 5 years, so it won't turn on. My fault. Anyway, let's go. This is the Narrows. I'm in like probably a mile to maybe 2 hours of walking. Because at the beginning, it's like the entrance of Disneyland. When you first get to it, just all these people. So I just kind of plowed past them as fast as I could. Here we are now in the peace. This very dark spot, it's almost the end. I just want to stay in here forever and never come out. But it'd probably be really bad to like hike out of this in the dark. It's really neat how the light has changed as the sun's moved over the last few hours. I think it's like 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock almost, so it's right overhead. You can see it. And now on the way out, the light will be hitting against the opposite wall as it was hitting on when I came in. So I have a whole another set of things to look at. We just got to a whole new level of deep right here. That one got me wet up to here. So that means it was probably like 4 feet. Yeah. If I would have slipped, I would have gone under and lost all my stuff. Pretty cool, huh? I just checked my phone and I've been walking in here for 4 miles. And I think it is 8 total, not 8 round trip, which means I could technically go for another 4 miles. Actually, let me check the map. Okay, correction. It is 9.4 miles round trip. So if I'm less than halfway through and I have to be back at the last shuttle bus by 8 p.m. and it is, I don't have enough time. I'd be pushing it if I went to the end because the last bus that leaves here and goes back to the campground's at 8. Okay, the executive decision is that I'm gonna go back so I don't miss my bus. Also because there's like nobody back here. I've seen like 2 people in the last 20 minutes. So if I get to another spot where it's too deep and there's no one in front of me to wait and let them figure out how deep it is, then I'd have to be essentially swimming. All right, let's go back. Actually, let's go a little further and then go back. I wanna go so bad. So we just went swimming again. Now it's time to turn around. Look how much darker it is now. So different. I'm also freezing cold now that there's no sun. But I got my how to go.